Djay Pro has an amazing built-in sampler feature, and in this video I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how to get the most out of this feature. When you start the app, you are going to be in classic mode, and you can use the sampler here just like you could use the looper, but I would not recommend it because it is quite limited. To get to it, you're going to press this button up here to the right, and then here we are in our sampler. If you are in the looper, you might have to press this button with these 6 dots that represent the sampler. So this is our sampler. We could change the different sample packs here. I'll get back to that in a little bit, but I would not recommend using it in classic mode. And although there is its own section in looper mode, so if you press the middle button, go down to looper, and now down here. So you might, again, be in your looper, which is this over here, just bottom right. If you switch it to the left, it may be confusing because it's called looper mode, not sampler mode, but you could switch it over to sampler mode. And then now you got a big view of your sampler, but I think this is a waste of space because you lose all your features up here. You have very limited features, just play, pause, set cue, and your crossfader. If you go to the middle button and then go here to Pro mode, which is the mode that I would recommend DJing with most of the time, unless you're doing scratching, then I would go to Classic. So now we are in Pro mode here, and if we press this button over here, now we have the same features that we get in the other mode, in the looper mode, except we still have our full view of our DJing settings and all of the features that we're going to need when we're DJing, and then we could add samples in as we DJ, whether you want to add it to your scratching or something else. So the first thing that I would recommend is recording your own samples. So to get to your samples here, down here is going to be our sample packs. It comes with a lot of good ones, so you could scroll through it and then you can select, or if you didn't download them yet, you could download them. And then up here at the plus button, we could start a new sampler pack. So let's do scratch. So this is going to be our sampler pack for scratching. So I'm going to show you how to create your own. So now we are in we have empty boxes. So if you want to, whether you're in an empty one or not, if you want to add stuff to your sampler, you're going to press this pencil down here. There's a pencil button, and then now we get the 3 dots. So we have a couple of options when we press these 3 dots. We could go to our various different sample packs that are already there. So let's do vocal drops. And then I'm just going to add damn. Remember, this is for scratching, so some stuff that you would add to your scratching. So you're going to add damn here. Some of these boxes may be harder to press. So when I'm doing scratching, my hand's like up here on the top of the iPad, and then I hold it over here. So if I was going to scratch and then do damn, I would want it to be somewhere over here so it's easier on my thumb. So now I'm going to go, and any one of these boxes you could do. So I'm going to switch this damn to over here. So now when I'm scratching like this and DJing like this, I could go like this.
Damn.
So a good tip is organize these. The ones that you know you're going to use a lot, put them where your fingers are going to be, because you're probably not going to use every single one of these boxes because that's a lot of samples. So put them where they're going to be, and then keep in mind on your controller where they're going to be so it would be organized the way you want it. So now you could add your own samples. So if you press another one of these 3 dots, it may be hard to find because you can't see it. You have to scroll down, and you still see nothing. So we're going to go over here to My Samples. These are where all the samples that you recorded are going to be if you do any. So now you could record the deck. So if you press deck 2, deck 1, it'll start recording. So So now that got recorded over here, and now listen to it. So all you have to do is, it's like a record button. You have to hold in for the amount of time you want to record, whether you make your own songs or if you have your own songs downloaded. Do not use songs from a streaming service, because if you use songs from a streaming service, it is not going to let you. So I have a song from a streaming service, And now I'm going to try to do it again. Deck 1 has song from a streaming service. It says recording not available while using songs from a streaming service. Same thing as if you were going to just do a regular recording over here. So keep that in mind. It cannot be something from a streaming service. So there's a lot of stuff you could do. Like I said, with your own tracks, you could do that. But you could also get creative and you can add your own scratches. So this is how we're going to do that. What you can do is you go over here, first get rid of the song from the streaming service. Go over here, press record, start a new recording. So now everything is going to be recording. I'm going to do a scratch. So there we go. We recorded a scratch. We're going to go to stop recording. And then it's up here at the top. So now we could change that. So if you find the date and the time, you go over here, you can exit out, scratch, and now load. So now that's loaded onto deck 1 is our scratch. So we go over here to where it starts. We find the one that we like. I think this last one was decent. So right there is where it's going to be. Set a temporary cue point. So like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go again, 3 dots, and now we're going to record deck 1 at exactly the right spot. So it's lined up there. Now we're going to go deck 1, like that. So now it's saved over there. So just like that, we added scratching into our sampler. Now this can be used, maybe you're DJing with just a phone or the iPad and it may be difficult to do the scratching. I know you guys could do it, but it may be difficult, so it might be easier just to hit the button and have your own scratch right there in your sampler. Now you could really let your creativity run wild. You could also use stuff from the looper and record it. So that is how you make your own custom sample. And another thing you could do is record your DJ intros into the sampler so that this will help you and you don't have to load it on a deck. It leaves the deck free and you could have your intro on one of these buttons by making a custom sample like I showed you in the beginning. And if you want to learn how to make your own custom DJ intros, check out this video over here. Thank you.